Sports proud to welcome you to Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for Cleveland.
A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Ready,
it's
break.
A three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Smash, smash. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
Jeremiah Owusu Koromoa on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Go. Ready.
They'll stick with him again. And they'll bring this up to the 48-yard line. And that's a 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Broncos.
1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the gun, Richardson. Third pass taken in by the tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Get it. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bison. 60. Read
The
the look.
motion
Read the
man
look.
is Nakua. Out of shotgun, Richardson. And this ball incomplete on the 1st down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, like, what do they tell them? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
So on comes Joshua Carter to try this field goal. They'll spot this at their own 48, meaning this is a 62-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
3 points on that opening drive. You'll see the response as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Stay over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. In a comfortable place. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up a third down
and 10 yards.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
Ready? Steady!
Drive will start on the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. They lifted it up and threw him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Unloads downfield looking for McCool. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. One team headed out for the Rams. This one, returnable. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. They'll run. It's the rookie from Alabama. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Go! He'll get it again. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. 10 yards on the scramble there. He picks up the 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Here we go. Shot.
Throwing now on first and 10. And that ball incomplete.
The first down.
Jerry Jeudy, the intended target.
Jerry Jeudy.
And it'll bring up second down.
It leads
It's
to
one of those
second
balls
and
where the
10.
quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
They'll try again here.
Let's go now.
Second and 10. We'll go with the option here to the short side.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
It's third and 7.
What can they do here on third down and 7?
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with. He's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line.
Ready? Get it.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's brought down as a gain.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Ready, ready.
Second down and 8.
Let's go now. Back to 60. Let's go 80.
Turn and hand this one off. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Ready, break. Here we go. Set. 19 tight. 70 Timberwolf. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Go.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it out. That's the quickly. 15-yard pickup there. First down, L.A.
A gain of
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He's trying to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
second and 8.
To Slav, a man in motion. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Rams out to the early lead. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Second quarter now. Rams in control of the football. They've got a second and 8 coming up.
Go. 19. Let go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Isaac to Slav. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
21 yards.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
A gain of
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts it's the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
He'll look to throw. First comes, they're setting up the screen. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. That is a big gainer for the Rams. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. This is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion.
Lions. Spin up.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself. Live to play another snap.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Up the middle they go. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This fielded at about the 9. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He is not down. They stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
First down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Give him 18 yards on that one, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Check go.
The rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. The Rams have it. And he's going to bring this one to them. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway serves. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
taken away following the touchdown. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready up.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quick.
2nd and 10 at the
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Mustang 19.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll swing this one. He's hit. The catch and the ball comes free. And no turnover here. But the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. 1st down.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fall. That's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Come on. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's certainly not for the lack of trying, but these guys are having a really hard time getting on the same page right now. I mean, he's still looking for his first catch, despite getting a handful of targets going his way.
That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll go right and find his running back. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It is a big play for the Browns. And even 30 yards.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for to get a lot of pressure off the quarterback. So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Trying to get here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal.
Let's go.
They give it to Sampson. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Ready. Set.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Check out.
Now quickly to Flower. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Jay Flower. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here after the break.
Score, Rams 17. Round 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for Cleveland.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he's going to be picked up and slowed down. Good tackle, backs them up a long field ahead.
Ready? Panther 80, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He is out of bounds. He's going to march at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Got it. Ready? Let's go now. 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let go.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll throw it left. It's his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds. But up past the 35. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
This is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you do, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
Down the field, but it is incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And you're one of the go-to guys on your team. I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Here we go, here we go.
The motion man is Nakua.
Let's go.
Up the middle. And he's going to be fouled up quickly after a game of about one. Elijah Kansas in on the stop.
Gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Third down and 9.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready to
The
look.
motion man is Nakua.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
On third down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, set.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got that open downfield on the crossing route. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
First and 10 at the
To the air
46-yard
now
line.
on first and 10. Firing right side. Brought in by Brown.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking approach, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Wide open. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Bryce Flowers. Touchdown, Browns. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. And that's where the offense will take the field.
22-yard line.
Ready? Go! Buffalo 18. Panther 60. Panther 60. Riggs. Riggs. Hey, that's your man. That's your man. 18. Pioneer. Take go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it. And he will take this one in. 77 yards. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. He'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Dragon 60.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's going to have to eat this one. Down he goes. Jared Hurst. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long. We have hit halftime. We're going to take a quick break, come back, 2nd half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening as the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
yards shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 8.
10, 19, time.
There's a little hot pass heading to the right. He's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Ready? 19, Lions. Liking it.
He'll drop the throw. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they will finally run him down. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
23-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Back to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Intended for his running back.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
60 Bison.
Handoff here, up the middle, and the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put it into that play really before it ever got started.
It is 3rd and long.
Here we go. 6.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
19, guys.
A handoff as they try to run it. And some space opens as he's brought down, following a gain of 6.
30-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Okay, great.
On the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready? 60 Eagle.
Try the right side this time. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drop for the loss of a yard.
2 yards.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
3rd down. They need 5.
19 tight. 18. 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Right side, complete to Nakua. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line.
Gain of 36 yards.
That is a big gainer for the Rams. 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
We got 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Pick up there of 13. Good for a Rams 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers.
Ready.
Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Out to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw the one, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts. There's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Ready, break.
Try again. It's second and 10.
Rig alert,
Putting
rig
the
alert.
tight end in motion.
Cougar 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Back to the air again on second and 10. He's got it at the 7. He'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
That's another.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in first and downs.
And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Ready.
Move back to the 10. They'll try here on second and
Here we
goal.
go, set. 70 Lions.
Look wide. Get this one complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. I think he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. In this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. To be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left side and caught by Flowers. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Throw over the middle and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Third and 6.
Set.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, like, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchdown. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now flags fly. looked like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15.
That's 19 Lions. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Man in motion, heading left.
Let go.
He tosses over the middle. This one is caught.
The first down pass. Complete to number 82. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
On the jump.
From the 23. Here's 2nd down and 7.
70. Hey, pass. 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. It is run in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Rams. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then to be able to turn it up and finish the play. They find himself in the end zone.
34. Browns 17. Joshua Carty to kick off for the
Here's
Rams.
Carty now, kicking away following the touchdown. This taken at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 35-yard line.
Warriors 70. Here we go. Shot. 19 target. Take over.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll let one go down the middle.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
60 each. Hut.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the 3rd quarter of play. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready. Hut, hut.
Over the middle and caught by Green. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Browns first down.
They'll give on the ground. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Here we go. Buffalo, ready.
They'll throw out of the gun. Flush to his right. Bit of a wild throw there behind his man, thus it's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Try to pick this up by running option to the right. The defense not fighting. They stay at home. They tackle him for no gain.
And this is just a defeated defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on third down, and they just can't make a play.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Daniel managed to get this ahead for a pickup to the 5.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Second and 5.
Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
A loss of 9.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
19, 60 Vice, Warriors 70. Check out.
Throwing now on third and long. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
Intended for
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in and they'll try a field goal.
A 40-yard
This from
attempt.
40 yards out. And that one is off the left upright. He missed it. And this will remain a 3-score game.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium. Off the upright, no good.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Now a handoff going right. And he surges forward for a gain of about 30.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Hold the ready.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a second and 5.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check out.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll take nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all.
6-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
There's a third down and 4.
Trap 60, trap 60. Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos. Dragon 60.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Rolling right. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So anytime the quarterback leaves the pocket immediately, all the receivers might have to go scramble drill. Continue to work open, separate, give your quarterback somewhere to go with the ball, but give credit to the defense. They plaster on all the eligible receivers, and he has to just throw this one away.
returnable from the 17. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He gets that to Brown. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now he'll run.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield, doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. Tucks in, becomes a runner, gets past the mark.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll look to throw. A toss left side, caught by his running back.
Number 0. He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Set go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And the work is close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd.
Like, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, force out the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL. And that right there, Mike, is exactly what power run game on 3rd down is supposed to look like. The defense actually doesn't do a very bad job. They just can't wrap them up, and he's able to use that strength, shed that first tackle, and pick up the first down.
That's taken in by Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Another Browns first down.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one caught downfield by Fowler. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
That's another
On the move at the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
14-yard line.
Go.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He'll go right back to Fowler. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Lead to Zay Flowers. A 3-yard pickup. Brings
2
up
minutes
2nd and
remain
7
in the
at
4th
the
quarter.
11-yard line.
We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw again. Forced to his right. Now he'll run it. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short. But he has picked up the first down.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary. But then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short. Not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short. They'll run the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
McLaughlin good on the extra point. And the Browns are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Browns 24. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for Cleveland.
one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Come on, set! Gravity lying!
Drive will start on the ground. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Brings up second and 5.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal! Hut, hut!
Now a toss play, running left. And that one going to be closed down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Cup 19! Cup 19! Panther 11! Panther 11! Ready, right?
They'll drop the throw. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Inside the 20-yard line. Browns use the last of their timeouts now. As they'll discuss what's to come. Fourth downs looming. The Rams punting unit coming out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. This is fielded inside the 35. It's good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here's 1st and 10. Set! Back to throw here to begin the drive. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time. And it'll set up second down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Back to the air once more on second down. That one too far out in front to be brought in. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Let's go! Cowboy 80! Check go!
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows backfield.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn for the Nets here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Let go!
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. They bounced back from the loss last week. Going to put in a determined effort and come away with the victory. For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.